All right, guys, I'm back again with a cool new adventure in cooling this time. So I got a cooler, made it right here. 3D printed this cooler, and this is gonna cool down. Actually, my friend 3D printed it for me, I should say. I got the file from online. I will have links for all the stuff and for the 3D CAD to upload it to your 3D printer, so you guys can make one of these too. But it is rocking and rolling, I'm telling you guys. It'll cool the UDR and the UDM routers awesomely. Just brings the temperatures down. I'll be showing you before and afters in these things, and some actual real, logging into the UDM and actually showing you how much it brings it down in temperature. It is freaking awesome. And I'm gonna show you how I made this and took it to the next level too. But yeah, this thing is just gonna be awesome. Sits in here just like this, and boom, there we are. It cools it, rocking and rollingly. But hey, let's get in and show you how this thing works and what I did and what you should get. Because when I saw this CAD drawing, I already knew in my head, you put a fan on it, I already knew the best fan for this. Nobody mentioned the best fan, I was like, boom. I knew this, and I was like, boom, and then I can do this with this part of the fan, and then this. It's like, let's do it. So I wanted to share it with you guys so you guys can cool these things down. Sometimes people are complaining that they get really hot. I mean, they do get in like 80s. A lot of times they run at the 80s and the 70s, so I want to bring that down a lot. So especially for my mother and father-in-law, and then my actual mom and dad, and then my brother-in-law who's married to my sister, and then my other brother-in-law who's married to, my wife's sister. My wife's sister. So yeah, there's a lot of these I got printed out, so I'm gonna be making them, and this is my first one. I have 4 other ones, so I'm gonna show you what before and after and what I did. But yeah, who doesn't like your stuff to run cooler? Even if you don't need it, it's gonna make your stuff last longer. And who doesn't want their stuff last longer? I don't know about you, but when I buy something, I'm thinking, hey, I'm gonna buy something, I want it to last as long as I can. That's the most important thing when I do these videos, is like, hey, I wanna share stuff with you. I want people to have nice stuff. Who doesn't wanna have nice stuff that just works well? Like, who doesn't want that? I mean, come on here. Hey, if you guys like these videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you guys don't miss any of my videos. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty. All right, guys, so when you first get it, it looks like this. These pieces, this is the bottom. You can raise these up depending on how high you want it to be off the ground and the cord that's gonna go through it. It does have a slot if you wanna put an actual different type of fan in it, like a 3-pin or a 4-pin fan. You can fit the little header through here. But I took it up to the next level. Comes off like this, so you can put the fan inside. And then this is the cover. This is one that hasn't been sanded or anything yet. This is what it kind of comes out in the 3D printer from the model that I'll have in the link in the description. And kind of just pops on right here with the fan inside it. And then this, I glued this on with, once this, because my friend printed them separately, so because they come separately, because people want different heights. But it just pops in here. You'll find your little pop in, but I glued mine in with Gorilla Glue, super glue, so it's nice and in there good. This one, remember, it needs to be sanded still, and then it will do this little fit. You just go around and pop it in, and then once it's glued, it'll be nice and hard, and you'll be able to pop it up. You gotta sand the rough edges out and stuff like that. But then, what I wanted to do was, first of all, I wanted this to have a screen, because I didn't want the UDM, they were a pain in the butt to clean, and I didn't want it to have to worry about cleaning. So, what I thought to do was put a mesh grill over here, and I wanted a fine mesh. You're like, oh, that's really fine. Good airflow, but it can get clogged, but you just clean it out. So what I did is I ordered these fan grills. These will be in the link in the description too. Really cheap, no problem, pack of 3. So they're magnetic. You can reuse the magnetic if you want to do stuff for your arts and craft for your kids, because we're cutting this out here. So this part is a magnetic. You can glue these on to backs of pictures or whatever. So there's just other uses. So you're just not ruining this. You're gonna use all of it, as much as you can at least. So what I did is I just put it on this after I had sanded this down. I didn't paint this side because this side is gonna really not be seen when the UDM or UDR is gonna be sitting on it. So you're not gonna see it at all. And these little kind of grooves right here kind of lock it inside, so it fits really nicely with the UDR. I'll grab one right here and show you. So this kind of part just kind of sits in here, kind of locks in with this ring right here, and it really, yeah, it's a nice kind of locking in there. It's really cool. But so what I did was I just put this on here, just like flat like this. Got some of that Gorilla super glue, not the stuff that goes yellow, the stuff that's clear that comes in little tubes that you can squirt out. And I just kind of held this down and just beaded it all around this whole thing, and then just did up here, here, and here. I didn't do the circle parts like here because I wanted to bend a little, because I'll show you why later. But then once it was dried and I was able to pick this up by it, I just got a razor blade and cut it all around, and it was off. And that led me to this one right here. Nice hard. As you can see, the glue on there really good, not coming off. Nice airflow, because when it's blowing up, we want it to be nice and good. Then with the base here, I wanted the fans, a lot of them just had the fans sitting in there, and I wanted it really nice, but I knew the fan that I wanted to use, and the fan that I wanted to use was this one right here, AC Infinity, an 80mm fan. Great fan, awesome. So the cool thing about this, it comes with all the stuff. The rubber, I mean, these things are used for so much different cooling things. Awesome. This fan is $11. $11 for this fan. It's so cool. So you can either daisy chain if you have a couple, or add it to a hardware monitor. They make so much stuff for AV equipment, cabinets, doors, ACs, grow tents, everything. They just make everything for this company. But it has a cool little board, which I wanted, so I can adjust the fan depending on what I want it to be set at, depending on what temperature. I want this to be cool all the time, so if it keeps it cool, that's good. Better performance. So yeah, you can have it on medium, or just what the airflow, what sound I want. You know, if it's too loud, I'm like, well, that's good enough cooling. I don't want it to go any louder, but I mean, usually it's not, you don't hear it at all, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so what I was doing was, I was like taking all the fans off, and I was like, you know what, I really want a grill on this too. It'd be nice for the bottom of this to have a grill there. So I took all these rubber grommets off, all these right here on both sides, just where it's the bare fan, and I used this back one for the bottom of this. But instead of it being this way, I flipped it the other way around so it had a tighter fit, and it kind of concaved into this. So let me show you. So I did drill it into, I did make holes. I kind of held it here with my hand where I wanted it, and then I drilled. I kind of lined up so that the cord is coming out the back here on this side, because I didn't want this side seeing. It just looks really nice. I did paint it too. You can tell I painted it really nice. Sanded it really well, painted it with a couple coats of paint, and it just turned out really well. And then over here, this is the cool part. Boom, look at that. That looks awesome. Nice, flush down there. We'll hold it well. Nice cooling, I can adjust it. It's just so awesome. And then the fan part goes right in it just like that. So it can be clean, and the reason, just look how cool that looks. It looks so freaking awesome. And the cool thing is, I mean, you could have it go through here. It would be cool if there was like a notch and a piece of glue, but I want to be able to replace this fan. This fan's $11. If it dies, oh well, I buy a new one and I stick it in here. That's the cool thing about this. And since these are, you know, fan screws, they cut into this, so it's plastic, so they made threaded. So all I had to do was drill little holes, slowly start going these in, and boom, cut right into it. It was good, pulled them out, put this on, held the fan in, kind of half started this where it just poked out a little bit from this side. The fan caught it, was locked in, did one side, lined up to the other hole because I could see the fan hole through the screw holes of the fan. Then I tightened that one and then just screwed the other ones in, and it was good to go. And the reason why I left those, didn't do these sections with glue here, is because I only did these. all the way around because I wanted to be able to pop it out so I could get this out easier. So if I put my hand, I can pop it out still a little bit, and I can just go like this. Easy, nice and clean. It bends a little bit, so it kind of gives it just a little play, but still, if you hear it, that thing is taut. So it's awesome still, and it just, oh God, it just looks so freaking cool. Next, I'm gonna show you the different fan speeds with this fan, with it in here, and I think you guys will just like it. And the cool thing is too, when this is on top, you can actually hear the fan, even with this thing not even plugged in, you can hear it, the fan coming out and the air coming on top of this thing. It's crazy, it's crazy. So yeah, next, I'm gonna show you what it sounds like, with the fan on. All right, part 2 of showing the power on for the UDM UDR cooler. All right, guys, so this is it. I got it plugged in just to a, Samsung fast charger right now. It don't matter, remember it's USB power, that's what's so cool about it. So if you guys wanna know too the wattage for this thing, I will show you the wattage so you guys will know. You guys can have a thing, what you need to power it. Very minimal. .5 volts DC, 1.1 watt. Dual ball bearings, and the model number is the AI MPF80A. But I will have it all in the description, so don't worry. So I'm going to turn it up to the lowest setting first. Look, there you can see it going. Then I'm going to go to the medium. Medium. You can kind of hear it a little bit. I can. I don't know if you guys can. Just a little bit. And then full blast. You can definitely hear it going. I'm going to put my mic on so you guys can hear it over there. Taking off my shirt. Kind of see the hairs of the mic going. And then, excuse me, the UDR would just go right where UDM. And now, if I take this mic and I go to the top of this, bring this up forward. Hopefully you guys can hear this. But you guys can literally, I can just take my hand here and I can literally feel the air just coming out of the top here. That's what's so freaking cool. Now there is modifications you could do on this. If some people are thinking, hey, what happens if the thing does get blocked up here? What happens if the air does get blocked? Well, you could do a little divot every once in a while, kind of right here, where if this gets blocked up, it could still get airflow from the side here. And it wouldn't, have a problem, but you should be able to tell. I mean, I kind of look at my router once in a day, and if you just clean it out once a week, or not once a week, once a month, you should be good. There should be no problems whatsoever. Yeah, it just looks so freaking cool. And that's why I wanted this. This is very important for me having this. It just looked nicer and premium. I was like, who cares? Nobody's gonna see it. But then that made the huge difference. I mean, this almost like you could buy this in a store or something like this. It would be cool if I could do this cable some way, but I want to be able to replace the fan easy. And how am I supposed to get this and the USB ports and all that through it? So I mean, I could resolder it and undo it, but it would be kind of cool. But yeah. It's just, this is awesome that anybody can do themselves, and that's why I wanted to make this video, to keep your stuff nice and cool. But yeah, next I'll show you guys, log into the actual, I'm gonna log into a UDM. One of my, this is a brand new, it hasn't been deployed yet, so this one's not gonna get hot, just for demonstration purposes. But the UDM my mother and father-in-law have, I'm not gonna say, it gets hot in the summertime there, so I'm gonna be putting that in. I'm also putting one of these from, I said my mother and father-in-law in Texas, my mother and father. My actual real mother and father in Texas will be getting theirs too. But yeah, I wanted to help out my mother and father-in-law, so I made them one for their UDM, my mother for their UDM, my brother-in-law for his UDR, and my other brother-in-law for his UDR. So 2 UDRs and 2 UDMs. But yeah, let's get into those temperatures now. All right, guys, so as you guys can see, this thing kicks butt. This cooler is awesome. The fan is awesome in it. It's USB, so it'll be backwards compatible. They do make a fan adapter, a plug for it that you can plug if you're like, well, I don't want to use my phone charger or one of those adapters. I want the legit one. They do have one that the USB port plugs right in, made by AC Infinity. But yeah, they just have everything, this company, and I really wanted to soup this up for you guys and just show you how cool these things can get. So I've been running this one. This is one of my dummy ones because it's running now at my parents' house and getting the other one ready for, mother and father-in-law's house, getting the other one ready for my parents and my brother-in-law's. But I've been watching it on my phone, checking the temps. It doesn't even hit 80 at all, not even close to 80. I would say sometimes it's even a 20% decrease. So when I first put it on, it was ran in the 80s, brought it down to the 60s. So I was like, whoa, that's like a 20% increase. That's awesome. And then in the mornings, it's running in the 50s, like 53 sometimes, 52 in the mornings. And that's with like 20-30% usage and stuff like that. Like, that's freaking amazing. I've never seen one of these run in the 50s ever, other than maybe when it just turns on. But yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy. If you guys want to get your stuff cool, I would say pick one of these up. These things are just awesome. These coolers are awesome, and I hope you guys all make one yourselves. And I try to make this cool for you. This cooler is so cool and kind of look professional as much as I can. But I wanted, the most important thing was I wanted to look cool. I wanted to be functional. I wanted that fan grill on it. I mean, some people might be like, if you don't like the fan grill, if you're thinking, hey, it's probably gonna get clogged pretty quick, then don't put it on. The fan grill, I'll put a bigger grill with bigger holes on it if you're that worried. I'm gonna be cleaning mine out, so I'm not gonna have to worry, because guess what? I don't wanna have to take this apart if I don't have to. It's a pain in the butt. I mean, it's doable. There are plenty of schemes out there. Pictures and step-by-steps how to take these apart from the UDR and the UDM. Basically the same, but yeah, if you guys want these to run cooler, make one of these yourselves. I'm telling you, get somebody or a friend to 3D print it, or get your own 3D printer. 3D printers aren't that expensive as they used to be, and heck, you can print out lots of things with them. I would say you can get a 3D printer for 180 to 200 something bucks, and of course you go up, obviously, for the more expensive ones. But yeah, or if you have a cool friend like mine, hey, he'd be like, hey, I'll pay you for it. And hey, he might be like my friend and be like, hey, dude, it's gonna be cheap for me to print out. You're my friend, dude. I'll just do it for you for free. Like, yeah, thank you. Like, yeah. But yeah, this cooler will work on the UDM and the UDR. And I'm telling you what, it brings the temperatures down crazy. And think of it this way. If you have a UDR, the UDM has the same processor as the Dream Machine Pro and the Dream Machine SE. This one's processor is a little downgraded in this one. But I'm telling you what, if they can get the UDM and the temperature in the 50s, just imagine how much cooler it can even get one of these that has a lesser grade processor than the UDM. And bring it down in temps. You're gonna make your stuff last longer, and that's the most important thing. Dude, this thing should last years. I mean, years, 10 plus years. I mean, if you're lucky. I mean, I have stuff, my servers are running 7 years now, and no problems whatsoever. I put those good fans in it, I clean them out regularly. And with this, of course, remember, take the top off, blow it out, you know, put it back on, and then you can your stuff will just be nice and clean, and it fits great, it looks cool, and I hope you guys make it. Put down in the comments if this video is happy. Put down in the comments if you guys made your own. Put down in the comments of, you know, everybody's percentage of the processor they use and what they run on is different. So some people see bigger workloads than before, but I want to see what the temperatures are. Put those temperatures in. I'm excited to see your guys' reactions. Remember, I do these videos for you guys. That's why I make these videos. And the most important thing of all, as I always say, that you and your family are having a rock and rolling day. Peace out. I'll catch you in the next one.